All right. Welcome to week 6 Media Spotlight. I'm your host, Manager Pole from FLM. And here tonight we have two of our rookies, Manager Karthik, aka McDougal's, and Manager Beth Israel, also known as Peter. How are you guys? Glad to have you.
Good, man.
Doing
How about
well.
you?
Nice, nice. Yeah, so we'll get right into it. Start off with you, Manager McDougal's, Karthik. So you're off to one of the best starts in league history. With another win, you'll be the first manager and duo pair to start 6-0. Quite would be quite the achievement. But questions are rising as to whether your other counterpart is behind the success. In this duo, I think a lot of people have some questions as to, whose team is it? Who's Belichick, who's Brady? Would you both be successful without one another? What's your answer to that?
I mean, it's a team effort, man. I always I always make a decision, or he makes a decision, but we always talk about it beforehand. It's great to just have another person to bounce ideas off of. I know a lot of fancy managers don't like that, but personally, I view it as an asset to have Will on the team as well. So that's why we're going duo managers, and that's why we're off to the start we are. I mean, the draft we had was great. We piled up a lot of assets, um, made the trade for Jay Jettis together. So it is what it is, and it's going great right now.
No, for sure. And yeah, we will get into the Jay Jettas trade later. But definitely a historic start thus far, or on pace to be. And big matchup this week.
Mhm.
Peter, manager Beth Israel. I think, probably everyone in the league agrees that you both, have probably one of the more balanced rosters as of right now. And for you, Beth Israel, I think Gabe Davis has become a pleasant surprise after, underperforming last year. I can say this firsthand because I had him last year. Very disappointed. When drafting him, did you foresee that he was gonna have like a bounce back year, or was there a shot in the dark? Take us through that pick.
Yeah, so with Gabe Davis, I think I remember he finished last year as like wide receiver 30 or something like
Yeah,
that.
no, that sounds about right.
Um,
Yeah.
and he was getting drafted this year as like wide receiver like 45. So I
Mhm.
was like, the situation's basically the same. Like maybe there's not much upside, but like sure, I'll take wide receiver 30 and like whatever it was, the ninth round or something.
Yeah.
Um, I didn't really see him. I mean, he started off well so far this year, but the targets are still low. So he's just been hyper efficient on the targets that he's getting. I think he scored a touchdown 5 of the last 6 weeks. So
Yep, he did.
we'll see if that can keep up. Probably not, but yeah, I'm happy with the performance so far for my wide receiver three.
Yeah, no, and I think what works out for you, especially in this case, is you also have Stephon Diggs. So you can't really be mad at, Gabe Davis not getting his touches because you got one of the best receivers on your team as well. So I think that kind of bodes well for you going forward. Moving on, to back to manager McDougal's, just top to bottom, it's no question your running back trio is the strongest. Definitely have some guys. Christian McCaffrey, obviously, potential future Hall of Fame case is being made this year with his performance. However, some questions are starting to creep up with your receivers with, Michael Thomas getting his touches affecting Chris Olave, Drake London, he's unpredictable. And when, Deontay coming back soon, Pickens could lose his touches. But with Jay Jettas landing on your roster, could be a massive upheaval to those questions. But with the report of him being on injury reserve, how do you manage that? Going into because it's no one really knows when he's going to come back. IR is just IR, but how do you see your team going forward?
Yeah, I mean, Olave, he was limping around before last game, could have affected him a little bit, but Kamara coming back, Carr being hurt the game before that also affected Olave. I'm not really too worried about him. Personally, I like Pickens because Pickett's made a good connection with them throughout these last few weeks. Let's see. Let's keep going down the list. Who else is there? Shit. Damn, I should probably know this, but KJ Osborne. I made that waiver wire pickup today. I put a 44 fab down for him because
Yeah, 44.
that was my plan with the Jay Jettis trade, is to pick this kid up because I know that he's going to get his touches now. So that's kind of the handicap if Jay Jettis is down for a longer period of time than envisioned. But I really like Josh Downs. Josh Downs is a sleeper guy, but he's made a rapport with Gardner Minshew, with AR being out for 4 to 8 weeks. Gardner Minshew is going to start feeding Downs. He's a really fast guy out of the slot, so I like him as well. I like my receiving core right now. It's a lot less deeper after trading away Amari and Zay, but it's a risk I had to take. I think that it might be great for the playoffs, so that's what I'm gearing up towards, and I hope that my running back core can keep me in games, as well as Tua. Kyle Pitts hopefully starts to produce or gets traded to another team. IDP is a little bit of a question mark, but we deal with that on a week-to-week basis, so not really too worried about that either.
No, for sure. And I gotta ask though, how did you land on 44 in particular for this bid?
Yeah, so I actually put down 34 at first, and I asked Will, I'm like, yo, should we go up to 44 now that the Jay Jettis trade has gone through? And he said, yeah, let's do 44, and that's how we land on 44. It's arbitrary numbers because a lot of people like rounding it to 20, 25, 30. So arbitrary numbers, always go for them on Fab.
No, for sure. Definitely a big number to see for sure, but definitely like that analysis behind it. So we'll see how that pans out with Jay Jettis on IR. But you seem to be in good hands. But big matchup with this week against Stage. So
For sure.
best of luck to you.
It's
And
a heavyweight
go ahead.
matchup this week.
Yeah, no, I think that'll be one to look for sure. Moving on, last question to Beth Israel. So looking at another matchup this weekend, you play your childhood friend A&P Spinners this weekend. There's a lot of history beyond this league with you two. You guys are meeting this Sunday. Talk us through the emotions and the history writing on this game. Especially after his team as of late experienced a resurgence, especially with a couple of moves that he made in a big win this weekend against, the defending champion. A lot of expectations. So take us through it. What do you think?
Yeah, the A&P Spinners have been they've been a problem child for a long time now. Not always known as the A&P Spinners for me, but in a different league that I'm in with the A&P Spinners manager, he has had the lowest points against 3 years in a row. So and he's also the manager of that league. So I don't know if there's a little bit of I don't know what's going on there, but something a little funky. So we'll say there might be a little bit of luck thrown over to the A&P Spinners manager.
Okay.
But he's got good football knowledge. I mean, a sharp guy. But we'll see how it goes this week. He was trying to throw me some trades today. And then he's like, wait, actually, we're playing this week. I can't trade with you. So I was like, all right. You're the one trying to come at me with trades. So, yeah, actually, it looks like he's got Jonathan Taylor coming back. So
yes, he does. Just another gonna be a lot of eyes on this week.
Yeah, so I mean, I like his team. He's got Jacoby Myers on the bench. I mean, he's got a deep team. I like this squad with Montgomery. He probably picked pretty late. And I guess Joe Burrow has been a little hit or miss this year, but Jared Goff on the bench too is another solid QB. I mean, he's got a good lineup. I'm not gonna you can't deny that.
Yeah,
a solid squad, but it would be nice to get the win over the A&P Spinners.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think that'll be that'll be a great matchup to see. Yeah, so that ends it for the week 6 media. Thank you again to our rookies and best of luck, as both are off to good starts, but anything can happen in this league. And see you guys Sunday.
See you, man.